In this video, we are going to see how to add Salesmate contacts to Google Contacts. So let's say that you are using Salesmate as a CRM, and here you want that every time a new contact is created, then the same contact should be updated on your Google Contacts. Now, how can you do that? For this, you will have to set up some integration between Salesmate and Google Contacts, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be Salesmate and your action application would be Google Contacts. Now how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and here on the right hand side you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, then click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user over here, and here we have reached the all apps page. So let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect, and here we have reached the dashboard of this application. On the right hand side again you can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is that every time I create a contact in Salesmate, then automatically the same contact should be created in Google Contacts. So I'm going to name this workflow as add Salesmate contacts to Google Contacts. Let's click on create. Now here we have reached another window which has got two significant events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens and action is do this. Basically action here is the response of our trigger application. Now here my trigger application would be Salesmate. So let's click on this. And then the trigger event. So this is the event that will make my workflow run. And here you can see that this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time, which means that you do not have to wait here. As soon as you have set up this integration, and automatically the real time response will come. So now I'm going to choose the trigger event. Here what do I want? To create a new contact. Let's click on this. And here you can see that we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and Salesmate so that Pabbly Connect can have access to the information. So now we have to set up this connection, and how do we do that? We are going to copy this URL. And now we have to log into our Salesmate account. So this is the help desk given and we have to follow this. So what do we actually have to do? Let me show you. So let me take you to my Salesmate account. I have already logged in. This is the dashboard. Here on the right hand side you can see the profile icon. Let's click on this. Go to setup. Then as I scroll down here under sales automation you can see workflow management. Let's click on this. Again on the right hand corner you can see new rule tab. Let's click on this. And here we are supposed to create a rule. So what is my module? I have to create a contact. So contact has been selected. Rule is demo contact. And here in description, I'm just going to write test description. So when you are creating your rule, so you can name it accordingly. Now let's click on next. So now again it is asking me that you have to choose an action based on which the rule will be executed. So here I'm going to select create. So every time a new contact is created, then only this action will start. So as I take you down, let's click on next. Again the rule criteria, I'm not going to choose any. Continue, and then we have the actions. Under actions we have to go to call webhooks. Let's click on add, and here we have to name our webhook. So let's say it is a demo webhook. And now the method. So I'm going to select this as post. Here we have to paste the URL that we have copied, and then comes the body. So here again it is going to be form data, and here you can see the key and value. Basically in this particular workflow you would be able to choose the response that you want to receive. Now here as I click on the search button you can see different options. Here I'm going to look for first name, then I'm going to look for last name. So once done, I'm going to add another field, and here I'm going to look for email address, then I'm going to look for phone number, Now let's provide the key for the same. So I'm going to write first name, then here last name, then we have to write email address and then phone number. I'm going to click on save. So once this is saved, now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. So here you can see that it is asking us to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So I'm now going to take you back to Salesmate, and here let's go to contacts. As we reach here, let's click on this tab, create contact, and here I'm going to create a new contact. Let's say the name is test, surname is user, then we have the mobile number, then we have the email address, so it is testuser@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the name of the company, which is Pabbly Connect. I have already created this. Then the job title, let's say it is executive. And then the phone number again, so it is going to be the same. And then the other phone number. Then once you have filled this, so owner, we have the owner, and here let's say it is a customer. Then the time zone is Kolkata, Asia. So you can select the email opt-out reason or SMS opt-out reason. Here you can fill in the social media description. Then here you have the description and tags, and then the address. So I'm going to click on save. And here you can see that yes, you have created a new user. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the API response. And here you can see that we have received the API response. So this is your phone number, last name, first name, and the email address. Now with this information, I wish to create a contact in my Google Contacts. So I'm going to choose my next action application as Google Contacts. Let's select this. And then the action event here would be create contact. Let's click on connect. Here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Google Contacts account. So I'm going to select add new connection, then click on connect with Google Contacts. Here we have to select the account. Once done, we have to provide the authorization. Let's click on continue. And here you can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that now Google Contacts is connected with Pabbly Connect. So once done, here we have to map this information. So I'm going to click on first name. And then I'm going to go to the step 1, and then I'm going to select the first name. Basically, this is known as mapping. Mapping means that I already have this information in my previous step. I'm just going to retrieve it here. Why is it important to map? Mapping is important so that new data can be taken into account. Otherwise, if we write this manually, then every time the workflow runs, it will only take the manually written data. So now let's go for the last name. So here is the last name. Then we have the gender. So you can select the gender, and then the email work. So here is the email work. Then as I take you down, here is the phone number work, and here is the information. You can fill in the rest of the information as well. If you have, when you have created the contact, if you have created the contact with these details, so you would be able to map it here as well. Now I'm going to take you down and just click on save and send test request. And here you can see that a contact has been created in our Google Contacts. So let me take you to my Google Contacts account. I'm going to refresh this page. And yes, here you can see that a contact with the name test user has been created, which basically means that this integration process is a success. Now, I also need to check this in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to Salesmate, and here I'm going to create another contact. So let's say this time the name is demo, last name is user123, then we have the mobile number, and then the email address is demo user123 at pabblytudes.com, and then here we have the name of the company, which is Pabbly Connect. Then the job title, let's say it is manager, and again here the phone number. So I'm going to copy this and paste it over here as well as here. Then the type, let's say it is a vendor, and then the time zone is Kolkata. And I'm not going to fill in the rest of the information. I'm just going to simply click on save. So as soon as I do that, what should happen? Automatically the same contact should be created in Google Contacts. So let me take you there, refresh the page, and you can see another contact has been created, which basically means that entire integration process is a success. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So this is an extremely easy two-step integration process where our trigger application is Salesmate and our trigger event is new contact. Once done, our action application is Google Contacts and the event is create contact. I hope this is extremely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow. It is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start processing immediately. Apart from this, if you have any particular integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.